welcome to another live stream on KC Gaming. Today we're going to be doing something completely new on this channel. We are going to be playing a board game. That's right, we're playing a live board game at this moment, right now. I've already done some pre-setup, as you can see here. So here's the overworld. We already got some bad guys. So we got some skellies, skeleton dudes, we got some trolls. We have our two heroes. So we're going to pretty much be playing two players. We have Mailing, who is has a bow. He's a trapper. That's his class. And then we have Bria, who is a rogue. So we're going to see how these two fare off in this grand adventure of... Because we got the Book of Sagas. So this has tons and tons of adventures and stories and all of the fun stuff that will tell us our adventure as we go through. Just doing a quick sound check. Let me know if I need to increase my mic at all. I think I might need to increase it just a little bit. Thanks, Tennis. Yeah, I figured just because I am going to be a little bit further away from the mic and I will be moving around this table here, this big table. So the first half here is the board, the second half is our characters. So I can just pretty much like raise this up here. You can kind of see our first character there, and another character there. Hopefully I'm close enough. Obviously I'm doing this with my hands, so I don't really have a good screen to view it. So there we got our two characters. So I can't really just be kind of like pretty much laying there until we need it. It's actually a pretty good angle I got. Nice. Alright. So yeah, I did a little bit of pre-setup. We have enemy attack cards for when we fight the enemies. They'll draw from this deck of cards. They have misses, +1, +0s, +1s, -1, +3, -1, and does different things. So pretty much the key is we move from location to location. There's different like objective pieces that will come up, you know, A, B, D, C, so on and so on. And then when we either kill the enemies on there and interact with it, different events will happen, and then we'll read whatever number that it says in the Book of Sagas, and then it'll pretty much tell us the next part. There is this board that helps you keep track of different key story items or pieces or people you meet, and then this also breaks down the phases of the game. So there's a total of 6 phases in the game, but we only start off with the second, third, and fourth one. So as we explore the game, we'll kind of grow and more things will happen. So don't worry about this too much. I'll be keeping track of that on my side here. And then, yeah, I'll just read the introductory thing here, and we'll just start off right away. Yeah, just let me know if the audio, cuts out at all or any time. I'm going to attempt to add some music in the background. Don't know how well it's going to work. So I'll lower that a bit. Let me know if the audio is too loud. So yeah, having a second camera is kind of a bit of a pain, but hopefully in the future I can. So the first adventure is Child of the Light. Travelers, welcome to Trudvang, a vast land of heroic sagas and epic adventures. Like many sagas, this one begins in the golden light of autumn, as you sit about the fire, drinking honeyed mead and sharing tales with your fellow travelers. Your respite is interrupted by a harried courier. Happy to have found you so quickly, the courier presents a letter from your mentor, the ancient elf Krijanti. who trained you and so many others in your youth. He urges that you hasten to his tower in Edgeland? I'm gonna like mess up all the pronunciations in this. So that's part of the, I guess, the humor of it all. Kurjanti is ancient and wise, and he would not see you over trifling matters. In the pre-dawn light, you take the road itself. Wow, that was an interesting. In the pre-dawn, you take the road itself, beset with the usual perils. Yet your hearts are uneasy for different reasons altogether. So then it kind of breaks down like different actions you gotta do after you read. So take adventure sheet C1, put it inside the point of interest. So this is kind of the key points that we'll be hitting: A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and so on and so on. So we just uncover A, and then as we get to A, which I'll mark on the board now. So if we want to progress the story, we got to go over to A, which is the city of Stovan. And then we enter, and then we put a bunch of bad guys out, blah blah blah, which I already did. And then our A is Kurjanti's Tower. The Tower of Elf Kurjanti, your old mentor. You received a message from him requesting your urgent presence. Interact and then read entry 0001. So we gotta get there. And yeah, so we gotta get over there and defeat those bad guys in order to interact. They're not necessarily attacking the city, but I just put them there just because there's not much room. So that's what we're doing. Alright. Where is my bookmark? I have a handy dandy bookmark that I'll be using to keep my page so I'm not constantly losing it. Where we are in the book. And then anytime we like travel to an area or we stay in an area, we draw an event card. And these can be generally bad things or good things. So that one's upside down. Let's reshuffle those then. So these are kind of our starting cities. These are like sleeves, so you can actually sleeve cards in. So as you go through the adventure, towns might be destroyed, or you might change these cards due to whatever reason. Special events, or maybe places you unlock. So as you can see, there's some ocean areas that we'll need a boat for. So it sounds like it's going to be quite the sprawling adventure, and obviously this isn't going to just take 2 hours, it's going to take many sessions. Right, so this is just the first adventure. You'll unlock side quests as well, so you can always do those and get cool items and things like that for your character. We'll get to combat and our characters when we do tests or combat itself. I'll cover all that when we get there, but yeah, this is kind of, the typical RPG. This is your overworld. You travel around it. You can separate and go into different directions, which with 2 players I probably won't do. With these 2 characters, they're probably always going to stick together, because if this person, if she goes in by herself, she's going to get attacked twice and just pretty much die. So they're just going to move from probably like Eadland or something is probably what it's pronounced, and then to Ice Peak Mountains. So you can only move 1 space in the travel phase, and then we go to the engage phase. So if there wasn't an enemy here, we would start the engagement. And if there's no enemies, we draw an event card. So you only draw 1 event for every area or region. So if she was here, we would draw 1 for him and 1 for her. But they're all going to be together unless there's a really key reason why we need to split up. But for safety reasons and to stay alive, we're going to stick together. Alright, the event. Holy Stone of Gerbanus. You find a sacred place. Pray and make your offerings to the god. Each hero in the party must perform a charisma to, I'm going to say, air or wind test. Each hero that succeeds, your offerings please the gods, who bless you in return. Discard 1 negative effects on your board. You can't have negative effects and positive effects. Each hero that fails, this displeased the gods, manifest their wrath, and you gain 1 pretty much instant fail token into your bag. So instead of there's cards, but instead of your resources are in your bag. So different cards require green, fire, green plants, or fire for red, and different. Your stats are kind of like symbols. So your stats are pretty much in here. So that's pretty much what we're gonna do here. Is we'll just go through the whole process of a test. All right, move this over here. Maybe. Hopefully that's good enough. There we go, straighten it out a bit. Alright, so we got a bag. So she's going to do her test. She's going to be orange. Archer's green, because he was a trapper, kind of makes sense. So what we're going to do for a test is, as you can see, this is what's currently in the bag. They're starting pretty much stats, or those tokens. So we need 2 of the wind or air symbols. When we draw, during a test, you draw 7 out of our bag. So we're going to draw 7. Maybe I got 7, we'll find out. And then I'm just going to lay them across here so hopefully you can see it. Maybe not. Maybe we'll just lay beside it. 1. So we got 1. Oh, we got 2. There you go, she passed. I don't know. 3. That's 6. Oh, I drew 1 too many. Shh. We will just say she passed. There we go. So we draw 7. She got 2, so she passes. She doesn't have anything negative. This is always there. This is always the positive ones there. So you can actually add increases to your defense, increases or decreases to your attack power if you're like cursed or and things like that. So she drew 2 of those, so she passes. So we'll put these back into the bag. Shake up the bag. And we'll move over to him. Is there a really big delay in my camera? No, okay. So then he's green, so you can see his stats are slightly different. They're both very similar. He just doesn't have a lot of fire and kind of like even, other than his green being really high. So he only has 2 air. Well, she only had 2 air too, which is pretty amazing. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's probably gonna fail. 6, 7. So these things are always fails. And he's gonna get an extra one. Just double counting, that's 7. So I got a handy bag over here that has all the extra tokens. And we're just gonna go and draw, I don't know what the official curse token maybe, I don't know. But the instant fail token. And add it to his bag. So instead of having 5, he has 6 now. That's bad. And everyone has an item, and then these are your like kind of your actions when you're in combat and stuff. I'll just show you examples. So you need this much what you require to in order to activate these. I think in the game you're supposed to randomly draw them. We'll see how that goes. I might, because right one round you might have all your attacking cards, and then you know the next round you're not gonna have anything. So it seems a random bag and a random draw for your actions seems a little too much random for me, but we'll see how it goes. Right, we'll play the game the way it's meant to be designed, and you know, if it doesn't meet our fancy, then we can always change it a bit, keep it a little bit more exciting. Alright, so we did this. Like, discard 1 didn't do anything for Bria, but Mailing, he gained the 1 curse token. And I'll put that over there into the discard underneath the event stack. So we did the travel, we did the engage, now explore. So there's nothing, either in explore you can interact, or you can like interact with like a location and do its effect. Unfortunately, obviously we're in the mountains, there's nothing there. So we're just gonna skip that. And then boom, end of round, nothing we need to trigger, move to traveling, we're gonna move here, and then fight the dudes. Fight the dudes. Alright, so we'll start off with him, because the camera's already there. So what we do is, we're gonna draw, I guess you can't really see it that way. Is we are going to draw, can I do 4 up here? Draw 4, they have a total of 8. No, you can't really see that. Yeah, okay, let's do, and then I can just do this, that works. So we'll just do one person at a time. Put those back on the pile there. Hopefully that's somewhat easy to see. So what do we have? We have a dodge, which can get 2 armor. We have a mighty shot, so one attack loses its fast activation to deal +3 damage. So this is only good if we activate quick shot. Quick shot, a 1 fire, 1 leaf. We gain 3 attack and it's fast. So fast means you get to attack before the enemies attack you. And then we have crippling shot, which does 3, and then if we discard 1 boon, we have to deal additional 3 damage, which we don't have any boons currently, and there's nothing on here that gives us a boon. So this is actually a pretty good thing to start off with. So we're just gonna. So what we do is you draw 4, and then 3 tokens at a time. Yeah, it's actually a really good view. All right, so we're gonna draw 3. So this goes into this pile here, into like the mist track. So you can keep drawing 3 tokens until you reach the end of your mist track or when you decide to stop. So it's kind of push your luck to some degree. Alright, so why don't we just activate this attack then? So at least we know we're doing 3. And these I'm going to show you the stat card for the Draugrs. They have 4 life and 2 attack, but this can be amplified by the enemy attack cards. And then if a symbol has this ability on it with the attack cards, they exhaust our heroes or take +2 damage. So that's can be pretty deadly. They're doing like 4 damage, possibly more. At least we're doing 3, and we need 4 to kill them. So at least we hit them. We're gonna hit them once, and that's not fast attack. And then we can draw 3 more, or we could stop. But I don't see why we would stop yet. 3 more. Put those there. And then a water. Oh no, we don't have a spot for water. So that's just going to go there. So if you stop with like 3 or less in the blue area, you get... I don't know what these are called actually. I'm going to... They have a name. I don't know what they're called now. Off the top of my head. Well, we're going to call it a hero point. So you get a hero point, which you can use to activate items and things like that. They have a name, I don't remember them right now. So we can't do the water, so it goes here. So if we're in the blue area or less, right, none of these are slots are filled or all of them, we get this. And plus whatever other blue items might be part of your track here. So if we had like plus damage, plus shield, we would gain those. And then if you go into this space, you get none of these bonuses or subtractions. If you hit here, you activate all the red spaces. So blue and red, pretty self-explanatory. So you always lose 2 health if you have a mist token here, or token that's in the mist slot here. And then whatever, you might have negative damage or negative armor and other things that might happen there. And then, so we don't gain anything cool. We did that. We're going to deal 3 damage to him, and then that's all we're going to do. Because the chances of us drawing 3 tokens, there's still 3 more mist. I'm going to call them like, I don't know, chaos tokens. Let's just call them chaos tokens. There's still 3 more chaos tokens in this deck because we went from 5 to 6. So that's not very good odds. So we're just going to keep it like that. I'm going to put this into the discard and we'll put that up there, and then we'll move down here to do Bria, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow, she is just jumping. Did I not shuffle this? I don't know. Weird. And then we'll just draw from the token bag. Yeah, that's an Saturday. I will be at the pre-release for One Piece at the Infinity Shop. I got a message about it and I signed up. Wow, I have the worst luck ever right now. That's 2 misses instantly. And then 1 water. Oh, that's one. There we go. Well, at least we got armor. And then another miss. Might as well keep going. Nice, so we got fire, but we need 2 fire. Which we're not going to get. But at least we get 4 armor, so that will block probably a lot of damage. There's no point in taking damage if we don't need to. So she will end there, and I'll just scrap that into the discard pile, and then we can resolve what we have activated here. Alright, so no one has fast attacks, so we move over to, and we didn't do any penalties or bonuses onto the miss track. Now we move over to the enemies. And then we have this enemy attack deck. Here we go. There is an app that you can download for Android and iOS to learn the One Piece trading card game. I don't think I have it, but I've seen plays on it, so I'll probably watch a little video on it. So we're going to flip over to an enemy attack card. He gets a +0. There's 2 enemies. So the first enemy gets +0, so he's just doing 2 damage. I guess we should have stated who's good. Well, she has armor, so the proper flow of things is you pick whoever's going to get attacked before you flip over the card. So you flip over the card. This symbol matches that symbol, so she has to either exhaust or take 2 more damage. I guess I can cover exhausting too. That guy's flipped over for some reason. You can exhaust your character by flipping them over. So if you draw 3 tokens, you can put them back into your bag, flip, and then decide to either stop or draw 3 new tokens. And then you can only refresh once you get to a town and stuff. So does she want to exhaust or take 4, which will block 4, but the second person is going to attack? She will exhaust. So we flipped her over. First guy is just doing 2 damage +0, so she'll block with one of her armors. And then we're going to signify that she's being attacked by the second Draugr. Flip over the card. -1, that symbol doesn't match that, so he's doing 1 damage and she'll block it. And then any other attacks or effects can be activated. So items, this is when normal, like pretty much normal attack speed, so the enemies usually attack first unless you have a fast attack. So he just has, our Trapper has 3. He has no boon to discard to deal +3 damage, so he's going to deal 3 damage to one of the Draugrs. And I got my handy health tokens here. I'm just going to put it beside. They have 4 life in total. So this guy has 1 life left. And then all tokens get returned to their appropriate bags. Make sure I don't mix them up. Including all these. And then these 2 go into the discard. Back into the bag. So that's literally how combat works in this game. Kind of very lucky to some degree, but again, as you go through the adventure, you'll be able to add different pretty much tokens into your bag to give you better luck and better chance. Put that back there. So we go to explore. We can't interact because we have to kill the enemies first in order to interact with that city / our objective. And then we are going straight to travel, so we could flee, but then everyone takes 1 damage anyways from each enemy present. So everyone will take 2 damage if we decide to run away, but there's no reason to run away. So we're going to stay here and continue the combat, pretty much. So we go to the engage phase. And then start the fight. So 1, 2. I don't think he has any attacking cards. Oh no, he has 1. There we go. Let's move that up there. Oh, I can even move it a little more. I keep forgetting this camera is really wide. And then drawn from the bag. Not too shabby. Do we can gain a bonus, or we can? Oh no, we definitely want to gain one of those tokens. A hero blessing or token, I guess. And then this can go. That's the only place it can go. Draw 3 more. Just keep drawing those, don't I? Ooh, nice. Well, we're definitely gonna activate an attack card because we need to kill these people. One person has 1 life left. The other one has 4 life left. So hopefully Bria can kill somebody, but we still have lots of slots, so we might as well just draw 3 more and see what we get. So what we can do is we can gain some armor. And then that token we cannot use, so it goes into our miss track. And unfortunately we didn't activate that one, because getting that token is really good. So I'll discard those. Add that one back to the bag. I'm just doing, like, that's not what we're supposed to do, but I'm just adding it just so it doesn't clog up the play area here as I film it all. So there's his 2 actions he's going to do. And we'll move over to Bria. So she got 2 attacks and a skill. 1 attack deals +2 damage. And then you can pay 1 hero token to refresh. Yeah, we definitely gotta stream some games when we're actually in person. Bring my little arm and live stream it, or at least record it. Ooh, okay, that's really bad. Wow. Well, at least that means she only has 2 left in her deck. Left in her bag. And then draw 3. Sometimes it's hard to tell if you have 3 or not. Alright, so let's go to an attack card. Deal 2. We need the fire there. At least we're doing 2 damage. And then we have a green. Do we go for another attack? Or do we try to like buff one of our attacks for 4? Well, I guess we could do 2 attacks against the same person. Oh, if exhausted, deal +2. Nice, we're exhausted. So that... There we go. She might be able to kill everybody by herself. So we're going to draw 3 more. We're going to risk it. Drawing 3 more. We're getting the fires. Dude, she's just a damage dealer. There we go, and then boom. She's just destroying everybody. 1 attack deals +2 damage. So she's just killing everyone by herself. Oh, and this is fast, and that's fast. So, since we have 2 things that are fast, that resolves next with any skills. So what we can do, I'm just going to move that to the side because we didn't activate it. So what we're going to do is we're going to give 1 attack deals +2 damage, so... Well, if exhausted, this deals +2 damage. We don't even need to activate this one. So this attack is doing 2, 4, 6, 4, 5, 6. I don't know what I think it's 7. So 2, 4, 6. So that's cool. 6 damage. Fast attack. Straight to the guy who has full health. So, bye-bye. Draugr. Bye-bye, skeleton man. That guy is dead with just that. And then this is fast. So he will kill the other guy who has 1 life left with 3 damage. Wow, that was a lot of damage. There we go. We put those back into their spot. We defeated the enemies. Everything returns to the pouches. And she ended, so she gets a +1 token there. Which I should have done first before resolving the effects. Nothing happens on his side. So yeah, she's definitely our damage dealer, that's for sure. It's a lot of attack and buff cards. Dun, 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 dun. Back into the bag. Now put that into the discard. Alright, now we move back to the main board here. So we did the engage phase, we won, now we can do the explore phase, and we can talk to Kurjanti, our old mentor, and find out what's happening with him. Why did he request our presence out of the blue? How did he know where we were? So many questions, man. Alright, what are we reading? C1001. Kurjanti welcomes you warmly.
I am relieved to see you again, my friends. My days are troubled and my nights restless. The Snow Saga is in jeopardy.
The Snow Saga seems to be some type of powerful artifact. From his pocket he pulls a mystic stone, beautiful and white, almost thrumming with power.
I have guarded it for centuries. In my waking hours I keep it on my person. At night it returns to the vault.
You know well this task laid upon your mentor's shoulders, but you're unsure of the true extent of this artifact's power.
You know Oktar, Jarl of Storhaven? Trouble stalk his lands and he has asked me for aid. I would send you to Wildland if you're willing, but the hour is late, and your old rooms await you. We shall make counsel tomorrow.
Your slumber that night is populated by a nightmare. A mighty warrior, taller than most men, passes your window, climbing the tower. He is armed with 2 massive cleavers that have never known honest work. So they're probably like, you know, serrated or chipped and covered in blood and oil and whatever else. You awake at midday. You've slept far longer than normal and feel weary as after a day of chopping wood. Very unnatural. You seek Kurjanti, but no one answers. Kurjanti! Kurjanti! In his private quarters in the uppermost chamber, you find your old mentor dead in his bed, the sheets soaked through with his blood. A cry of anguish escapes you unbidden. No, Kurjanti! Bloody tracks are apparent on the floor from the bed to the window. Someone must have climbed the tower. Was your dream truly prophetic? Prophetic? The Snow Saga! You race down the tower to the vault, only to find bloody footsteps on the marble floor. The vault door shattered and the Snow Saga missing. Poor Kurjanti did not deserve his fate, and had always stressed how vital it was that this mysterious artifact of the distant past never fall into the wrong hands. Now it has happened. And then pretty much after that becomes more kind of action stuff. Any hero in the party may perform an intelligence of 3. So that's like the water symbol. None of us have 3, so there's no point of performing it. You can follow the bloody footsteps to seek your mentor's assassin, or go to Wildland and find Jarl Oktar as Kurjanti wanted. Discard point of interest A. I'm going to put that there. We'll cover this up. And then reveal point interest of B and C. And B and C tokens. So where do they go? We got Troll Ridge Mountain for B. And then Palace of the Jarl of Storhaven. Which is where we are. Right? Oh, never mind. Well, my bad. We're supposed to do that while we're in Edgeland. Okay, whatever. We're already here, so... I misread the first... Wow, we already screwed up the story. We already screwed it up by traveling to a place we already were. That's okay. Saves us trouble, no new enemies spawn or anything like that. Nope. Discard, reveal. Alright, so we can go to B or C. So B is investigating following the bloody footprints. Or C, so I guess you're supposed to be here and then divide your time in between them. But we jumped ahead a little bit. Put that over there. So, type in the chat if you want to go and investigate the murder, who the murderer is, or talk to the Jarl to find out what's troubling this land. Because again, we walked and saw skeletons, and that's kind of unusual, especially in this area. So type in chat now what you want to do. If not, I'll go with where's the first option, which is B. So that will be the default. C. Alright. Since we're already here, I guess we might as well. There's no point of walking away. So, we are sort of already here, so we've interacted with that. Explorer's over, we go back to travel, which we don't need to travel. Engage, so before we can interact with it, we still have to do an event, because there's no enemies there, so an event happens before we can interact with anything. Dwarven Merchant. Each hero in the party must perform a Charisma 3 test, which they cannot complete, so if all heroes fail, each hero loses 1. Oh, so she loses her 1 token that she gains. Oh, that's cool. And then now we can interact with it. So, let's get the story moving on. What do we need? The Palace of the Jarl of Stolven. Jarl Oktar, the most powerful man in Wildland, warned Kurjanti of the dangers in his land and requested your visit. He is still unaware of the murder of your old mentor. Interact and read C1027. 027. Jarl Oktar's wealth is reflected in his palace. Carved stone pillars, rich wooden furniture, and a table laid as though a mine was an unknown bane in Wildland. A-M-I-N-E? You are admitted to the Jarl's presence, a still vigorous man despite his grizzled beard. His adopted son and heir, Rendry, stands by his side. What should we want to do? It saddens me greatly to hear of my old friend's death, the Jarl says after hearing your tale. Perhaps what happened to Kurjanti is connected to what is happening here. Oh, never mind. Someone else. Okay, never mind. Perhaps what happened in Kurjanti is connected to what is happening here. Yeah! Okay, that's his adopted son. A discard point of interest. C. You move to the banquet hall where Jarl Oktar explains the problems during the meal, consisting of roast pork, steamed and buttered vegetables, and rich dark wine. We heard rumors of a mysterious new religion. I thought it was nothing at first. Fanatics performing sacrifices to the dark powers, and even worse. It's nothing new, but these call themselves the Ice Cult, and among their number I've confirmed are many persons who would normally be beyond suspicion. I tell you. My most trusted people. I cannot trust them anymore. Meantime, a young woman garbed as a priestess of Nid offers the Jarl a fresh cup of wine. Thank you, Sister Nidra, the Jarl says, drinking deep. Suddenly he gasps his throat. The Jarl says. Suddenly he grasps his throat, his face turning red and his jaws clenched. He cannot breathe. Poison, I say! The Jarl's been poisoned! Your eyes seek the priestess Nedra. She's trying to discreetly slip away from the hall. The poison must have been in the wine. No, duh. Okay. I'm glad this tells us, just in case there's any doubts anybody. The poison was in the wine. While guards immediately follow her, you leap into action. Choose. Try to help the Jarl or stop the priestess. So A, if you want to help the Jarl, or B, stop the priestess. Those are options. What are we going to do? Can we even save them? We don't have any healers in our group. I don't know what we're going to do. How is the gameplay of One Piece? I've seen some videos and stuff on it, but initially, just because, like, yeah, what people had access to and stuff was really limited. So I don't know if there was a lot more to it. Don't save. Okay, don't save. We're going to chase the priestess. Alright, entry C113. Look at this, it's like a personal story, man. You chase the priestess up the many flights to the tip-top balcony of the Jarl's great house. Finally, she is trapped on the grand balcony overlooking the courtyard. The girl turns and snarls, "Glory to the ice coat! My queen, I am coming!" She leaps, plunging to her death to avoid capture. Return to the dining hall. Jarl Oktar is on the ground as head cradled in Render's lap. "He's dead! He's dead! How could this happen?" One by one, with no voice of dissent, the house Carls pledged their allegiance to Rendry, with oaths of blood and brotherhood. The Jarl is dead. Long live the Jarl! Well, that was quick. I guess that's one way to gain power, is just kill your dad. Or your stepdad? Adopted dad? I don't know. The weight settles heavily on Rendry's shoulders. This is his house now. After Oktar's body is taken away, Rendry gestures to you. We must speak. I don't know how old he is, so let's make him a little bit of a wimp. Sleeve personality card. Oh, we're grabbing cards from this little stack here now. 13. Oh, nice. The voice that I make is perfect. Come with me! I'm not a battle-hardened warrior at all. So Wildland attack. So if we're ever attacking enemies in Wildland, we can use his ability to have one hero deal 2 damage. So that's really cool. Sleeve it in here. It's always a pain to sleeve these. Alright, now we got our storyboard that we're building up there. And then read entry 24. That woman must have arrived at a court a week ago, pretending to be a priestess of Nid, the Jarl explains. She said she had been sent here to convert us. We found her amusing, so we let her stay. We never imagined she could have been part of the ice cult.
Do you know where she is from, you ask?
I guess we ask. She supposedly came from the monastery of Nid in Drenvelt, but it could be a lie. The Jarl answers, lie or not, it is your only lead to the ice cult. You vow to venture to this monastery to uncover this mystery. We vow vengeance! Venture to this monastery to uncover this mystery. Storven without a leader would mean chaos across Wildland. So reveal point of interest E. And that is going into Drenvelt. And we place some enemies. Place 2 Draugrs in the Ice Peak Mountains. And 2 Forest Trolls in Eastern Darkwood. So now we're like kind of surrounded by enemies. And that's it. Oh no, where's my bookmark? Oh, my bookmark's in there. Okay, cool. Alright, we could still investigate B, or we can go to E. But I think it'd probably be best to go to E? Because then at least we can unlock a town of some sort. Alright, well let's battle a different type of enemy. So, yeah, that was the explore phase. Now we'll go to the travel phase. We'll move into the East Darkenwood to attack somebody a little bit different. Then we'll go over here to this small camera. Don't want the lake in the picture. There we go. So I can do that. And then we can shuffle these back up. That's true. We don't have healers. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna save him from poison he drank. Man, that was some fast-acting poison. It's funny how like that's always portrayed with poison. The only reason poison is usually fast is because it's right in like something bites you and kind of gets, you know, potentially gets venom into your veins and stuff, and then that gets pumped around your body. But if you consume it, right, it has to pretty much be digested and absorbed into the body, and that takes a little bit longer. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah, sorry. We are fighting these forest trolls. So there's our 4. Draw 3. 1 fail token. Can we activate anything? Oh, nice. Fast 2. And we are still exhausted, so this will do 4 damage. And they only have 3 life, and they do 2 damage. Might as well just keep drawing. Fire and water. And we'll just do 2. And then water over here. And why not? Let's do another one. See if we can activate all our cards. Oh no. Oh no, too many green. Oh no. That's okay. We only 1. So we don't get a bonus. So she will probably stop there. I was going much better than my right, I played the first couple scenarios just to like learn the game and stuff, and my team was getting obliterated. Like after the first combat we're down to like 6 life. So she has 4 damage and then 2 defense. So if this guy can get a fast attack up, they should like a fast 3 that will kill them. So we're pretty much aiming for this to win the combat in 1 go. Unfortunately, he only has 2 fire. So let's see what he draws out of his bag. It's not the worst because he can put that there, and then that there, and draw 3 more. Well, at least we have 2 armor, so that'll be good. I didn't want to risk it on this card, just in case we don't draw the fire, because again, there's only 2 fire, so the chance of activating that, yeah, is very slim. Well, now we gotta go for broke, because we had, or possibly activating that. Right, it's not an attack card, it's a skill card, because this is plus. So yeah, we'll draw 3, and if it's not what we need, then we'll exhaust ourselves. So we can put that there, so there we go. We'll lose 2 life, but if we can kill him in 1 round, I think that's worth it. Because fast 3, fast 4, and everyone has armor for no reason, and this, well, or I can lose the fast to deal +3, but I don't need to do that. So you stop pulling from your bag, then you're like, hey, this is what we're activating. Then you go into your miss track here. Mailing will lose 2 life because he hit the red spot here, so anything here that's red activates. And then nothing activates for her because she only got to the black space. This didn't activate, so I'm just going to kind of declutter. what did not get activated. And then, so we got Fast 3, that will kill one of the trolls. And then Fast 4 will kill the other one. And then that's pretty much the end of combat. We don't need to use our shields because everyone died. So, put all these tokens back into the bag. That worked out quite nicely for us, eliminating those guys in one go. That's always nice. And then we did the engage phase, we can do explore. We're not at a location that we can activate. And there's no point of interest, so we'll skip that. End of round. Oh wait, we're supposed to get XP. So that's what I've been missing. So you get XP for each group of enemies destroyed, not per enemy. So we defeated 2 groups of enemies. So everyone gets 2 XP, and you only need 3 XP to level up. So on our way to E, we'll kill those goblin trolls. I don't know if they're goblins. They're pretty much goblins. I don't know why they're called trolls. Whatever. We'll defeat the next set of trolls, and then these people will be able to level up, and we can show you how that works. Kind of interesting. You pretty much take cards from here, which are like level 2s, and you kind of replace the cards already in your deck. You're not increasing the number of cards in your pretty much action or your feat deck. You're just upgrading them so they're better, more powerful and things like that. So yeah, so we'll go back to travel phase here. We'll move over down to Dranvelt, and then go right into combat again. So it's like, I understand when some people complain that there's not really that much gameplay, because like you just move and then attack or interact, and occasionally there's tests that you have to pass and stuff. But again, it's all story driven, right? You want to do things in order to progress the story. So you just go to the next point that you can. So I don't know why I'm drawing from a bag if I don't have anything to put the tokens in. So 1, 2, 3. So she only has 1 attack card. And that's not a great start. Put water there. So it's actually kind of impressive that we haven't taken damage until now, and we've killed 2 groups of enemies. Oh, what am I doing? I can draw more than just 3. Let's draw 3 again. Oh. I drew 4 by accident. Let's put it there. There we go. So at least she has 2 defense. Oh, it's gonna be risky to draw again. But let's do it. Let's draw again. Oh. I'm pretty sure these skills can only activate on her, like, feats. I don't think you can use this to activate on someone else's, because that'd be really handy to just be like, boom, now your attack. 1 attack deals +2. Well, she'll gain more armor. Discard that one. Put that one there. Tidy that up for the camera. 1, 2, 3, 4. What is Mailing gonna do? Gonna draw 3. Oh, that's quite a lot of green. Definitely put it on the attack card. Got water. Oh, there we go. Now we can gain a boon. We can gain plus attack damage if we can do it in attack. Nice. And then draw 3 more. Oh geez, this guy's on fire. I don't think there's any reason to... Sweet, so she's going to take all the hits, and he's going to deal all the damage. Because there's literally no reason to keep going, because, like, why does he need two defense? So he'll stop there. Since he has nothing on his missed track, he'll go 1. And then anything fast for 3, so that kills one of the goblins right away, or the trolls. They're like either gnomes or goblins. They're not trolls, man. And then everything else. So he well, actually, he would deal 4 damage because he was going to gain. Where is it? Plus 1. Because yeah, there's no point gain armor because he would just subtract armor. So you gain these tokens, and I'll show you how they kind of work here. So you kind of put them on this track here, and they kind of push each other out. So. Alright, we put that one first, and this one comes in and slides down. So that way if he's in the blue, he gets plus 1 attack. If he's in the red, loses 2 life and subtracts 1 from armor. So he's fast activated. This activated, well that would activate first. So if he was doing 4, we could do like 6 if we want to discard that, there's no reason to. So now the enemy gets to go, just 1 dude. So then, let's put the troll there. The troll was there. Move the camera. And then he's going to flip over, plus 1, so he's doing 3 damage. I assume I can just activate both blocks at that point. Doing 3 damage. I don't know if it's like a block with, evasions 2 and then jump 1, or is it like a cumulative total that you just subtract from throughout the combat? That's one thing I'm still not 100% sure on. Right, so technically she has like maybe 1 point left, but I don't know if it's lost because you've used both of these. So this is an instance of 2, this is an instance of 2. So whatever, she will block all 3 points damage. So I'll go into the discard pile. And then this will activate for 3 to kill the troll. Boom! And then we all gain experience, which I'm not going to put a 3rd one on there. It's just kind of a waste. So everyone gets to level up. I don't think it really matters when. So put the goblin over there. Let's reset all this. And do the green bag for him. Make sure I'm putting everything in the correct bag. Last thing we need to do is mix these up and mess with the characters. So yeah, so we'll take our stack of cards. We will start with mailing. So what you do is you draw the top 3. So as you can see there, quick shot 2, tracking 2, dodge 2. So we got quick shot, dodge, and then tracking. So there's 3 cards there. And then just to kind of so you guys can see what's different about them. Right, 2 armor to 3 armor, and you get a special ability to activate this feat again. So there you go, you can pretty much gain 6 armor from 3 damage to 4. You can foretell 1 card and then still gain 1 hero token. I don't see why we wouldn't upgrade our attack, because again the draugrs are 4 life, so now we can kill them in 1 hit. So I will move that over here, because that gets removed and this gets added. Oh, yeah. And then so those get added back. So you pick 1, then you pick one of these to go on top. So yeah, let's do the dodge. And then this, so you have, I'm just gonna might as well show you the cards because it doesn't really matter. We can shuffle them afterwards. So you have pretty much all your different level 2s. Pretty much 2 copies of each one. And then you have your 2 ultimates and then your legendaries. So there's still a lot of questions about what you do with legendaries, but you get them after your ultimate. And there's only 2 ultimates, so you get to like pretty much pick one. The other one will get discarded. So make sure these are all 2s. So then what we're going to do is one goes on top, the dodge goes on top, and then the tracking goes on the bottom, and then you have your ultimate and legendaries, and it goes like that. And then this gets shuffled, so now we have one level 2 skill in here. Shuffle that up, and then we can do the same thing for her. 1, 2, 3. So, what can we upgrade? Assassination. Evasion. Then Shadow Step. It's pretty much, yeah, this just increases damage by 1, armor by 1. Okay, pretty much all the values just go up by 1. So we got 2 attacking options. We haven't been able to trigger this one really. The target is defeated, gain 2. That's pretty much her only card that gives her those hero tokens, and they're really powerful because you need them to use your items, which we haven't used yet because we don't have enough. Move the camera. You mean this camera? Oh, okay, yeah. Thanks. I should have this. Oh no, let me grab my phone holder mount thing here. That way I can keep track of the chat better. There we go. So, I think let's go with the assassination because it was like from 2 to 4 is a pretty big leap. Because, like, you know, going from 2 to 3, I'm sure 3 is higher than, like, because nothing's really 2 life. But if we can go from 2 to 4, that's pretty big. And next time we level up, we can possibly do Shadow Step next time. So if that card gets removed, we'll keep that card. We'll put this one on top. And then find the ultimates. And put that one on the bottom. And then add these back to her stack. And then shuffle them all together. And I forgot to add all her chaos tokens back to the bag. So, we did 3 combats, and we only lost 2 life out of it, and that was due to the mist track, not even the enemies. So now the enemy, we've cleared it, and now we can interact with E. So we're just moving along at a really good pace. Alright, E. A monastery of the cult of Nid. It's uncommon to find one of them in Dranvilt. Interact to read entry 29. I think this is where things will pick up, guys. Let's move that back. We're gonna move over here, just so you guys have something to kind of semi-look at there. And what page does it say? 29. Dusk deepens tonight when you arrive at the monastery of the Tenant of Nid. From where it's almost like, we are the knights that say Nid. It's an ancient construction, almost a fortress with moss-covered walls. Discard point of interest. E. Despite the late hour, a procession of hooded people is entering the monastery, conferring briefly with the monks who guard the entrance, disguising as a hood pilgrim could... Okay, that definitely some more sentences in there. Disguising yourself as a hooded pilgrim could allow you to enter undetected. Each hero in the party must perform a Charisma 2 test. If at least one hero succeeds, read entry C114. So we're doing a test. Everyone has 2. Charisma is the wind. So we're going to draw 7. Oh, there you go. She got 1. That's 4. And she, wow, she's really good at doing these tests. So she passes, so there's really no reason for him to. It just says one hero needs to, if at least one. So, to save time. Because obviously you both be drawn, like, ready for playing this with 2 people in person or at the same time, you know, up to 4 players. You'd all be drawing from your bag at the same time. But that's what we do. Alright, well that was easy. If at least one hero succeeds, read entry 14. 14. Lowering your cloaked hood over your features, you join the procession. The monks at the gates give you only a cursory glance and nod. The strange procession leads to the catacombs. So there's just a bunch of people in hooded entering this fortress that's apparently a monastery. While you go down the narrow staircase, the man before you in the line suddenly stops. He's a big fellow with a silver beard. He sniffs the air like an animal might, muttering, "Bad night." Turns away, abandoning the congregation. You get a good look at him, and as you follow the others, you're certain you won't forget his face. Read entry 16, unlock side quest card 6. Hey, we got a side quest. That's cool. The Shadow of the Garm, side quest. It's time to unravel what transpires in northern Trudvang when the sun sets and the Garms leave their dens to hunt. Start on page 28, entry C6, introduction. So, this is a side quest we can partake in pretty much any time we want to. And then C16. You are in a temple under the monastery, one that surely doesn't belong to the tenant of Nid. Hooded figures gather before a pillar of black ice, which shimmers with a sheen that fills you with unease. A tall monk, probably the high priest, stands before it and announces,
"Brothers of the Ice Cult, it's done! The Snow Saga is finally ours! The relic is on its way to the Dark Woods, safe in the hands of 2 cleavers. The time is near!"
The image of a towering ogre wearing a big helm appears briefly on the pillar. He holds the Snow Saga in his hand. You recognize him immediately as the one you dreamed of, who stole the relic and murdered your mentor. The image fades quickly. The high priest stops abruptly and swings and stares at you in surprise.
"Intruders! Cold Mistress, grant us the power to defeat them!"
At his prayer, the pillar of ice behind him shimmers. In an instant, 2 of their number howl and rip off the robes, changing into were-garms. If a hero in the party has a black crystal shard item and you want to use it, read entry, but we do not. Otherwise, place 2 garms in the region. Reveal point of interest I. So this is a garm. Go straight into... Well, okay, things are getting a little exciting now, isn't it? Just freaking people transforming into monsters. So, this is the enemy. We need, for elite enemies, we use these tokens. So we use these tokens here to designate that they're elite enemies. There's 2 of them. And then I remove E. So I cover E up. we'll go to I. So usually for elite enemies and bosses, their actual stats are here and not on this card. So these are the stats that we'll use for the Weregarms. I'll leave that there so we can keep track of the stat. So it says defeat and interact to read entry. So 4 life. So each have 4 life and they each do 2 damage. No defense. And then gain. Okay, so yeah, they debuff us. That's pretty bad. Alright, we're fighting. Let's do this. Fight. Alright. So draw 4. If everyone's enjoying the stream, we're just chilling, having a good old time, killing things, go running into monasteries that are evil, getting attacked by Weregarms. So that goes into the mistrack. So do we use this to activate that? Because that'd be attack 4. They have 4 life, we could kill one. Let's do it. We're still exhausted, so that would actually do 4 damage. So actually, let's do that. That'll kill one right there. If exhausted, deal plus 2 damage. So that makes way more sense to do that one. Might as well just keep going. We can gain 2 armor. Let's do that. Then that, and then we'll put the green one here. We will end her there. Because then there's only 2, just 3 fire. But then again, we still have like 4 chaos tokens. So she'll just use those 2. And then we'll use mailing. Oops. Place it face down. What is that going to do? Nice, okay, you can see everything. Yeah, please, post in the comments if you have any tips or tricks that might make this better for the future. I might need a second arm mount, so I can just have one in this side of the table, so then I don't have to keep moving the camera around. But that's for the future. Hopefully this is doing the trick for now. Alright, that goes there. We can gain that and that. We can do skill or start building towards. Oh, we've got 2 dodges. It sucks. So he can't attack at all. So we might as well get a bonus. Then draw 3 more. Ooh, put the water there. Might as well start building towards some armor. Just want to make sure I get 3. Ooh, key. Well, at least we have some defense. But we don't get an extra token. So that's unfortunate. Alright, so we have the actions that we're doing. So pretty much what happens next is she gains 1 because she's in the blue. This guy will activate the skill. And what we can do is, they're double-sided, so it's kind of nice. So we can do that. And then push that along so that goes like that. That one gets discarded. So hopefully in a future turn, we can just do boom, plus 2 damage. Amazing. So that's been activated. This is fast. If exhausted, deal plus 2, so that'll deal 4. So that will kill one of them, because they only have 4 life. So one is gone. Well, that was easy. So much for an elite enemy. And then What do we got? What do we got? What do we need? That was the only fast attack, so that's been used up. Then enemy attacks, so only one remains. Self weapon over 1 plus 0. Doesn't really matter who they attack. Just 2 damage, and then the block 2. And then that wasn't used. Alright, that's the end of that combat. That engage phase. Alright, return all the tokens. Now we go to explore phase. I don't know, can we? No, free of enemies. Okay, yeah, so that'd be free of enemies in order to interact. So if we interact with this city of Ildabad, we refresh, so we get to like flip back over, and then if you pay 2 hero tokens, you gain 1 wind/intelligence token. So then we're just pretty much right now we're just jumping straight back into combat. Sure, why not? Let's start off with him. 1, 2. You see the second card? No, I need to move it up more. There we go. Okay. So this is when obviously he gets all his attacking cards. So there's his upgraded quick shot. Can we activate it? Maybe. Let's put a green there. Well, if we activate that one, we don't really need to do anything else. These are all attack. I guess we'll put that on a skill. That's fast, so we can kill them in 1 hit. Just need to activate it. That's not good. Do we have anything that uses water? No. Ooh. Alright, we're gonna gamble. We're gonna go for it, because we can still exhaust. So 3. I guess we're doing that attack then. Three. Well, we can always discard 1 to do 6, so we can always discard that one. Yeah, so we don't get any of the bonuses on the track here. Because he's no longer in the blue area. The red will activate though, so he loses 2 life. Then 1 armor, but he doesn't have any armor. Does she even need to do anything? If they, well, it's not fast attack, so the enemies will still attack, so she still has to do her thing then. Alrighty, hopefully she fares better than the ranger. Five attack, let's do it. Oh no, that's already 2 on the track. Nope, that's 2 anymore. Drop on the bag. Oh, dang it. Well, at least we're doing 5 damage, so she can pretty much stop. Yeah. Someone's gonna take damage. But again, either we go again and lose 2 life, or we lose 2 life from this enemy. Well, I guess there's a chance of like a +1 or something from it. But yeah, so either take 2 and maybe fill 1 of these up, but we still have these. We still have 2 more of the chaos tokens. So who knows? So yeah, we'll just stop with that. Someone's gonna take damage. Well, that enemy is really dead. Overkill. Just beat on the dead body. I'm gonna use this, even though it's not the correct stats, just to show it's the enemy. We're gonna flip a card. Ooh, +3. He's doing 5 damage. And reshuffle the enemy attack deck. Oh, dang. Well, I guess she's taking 5 damage. Now she's down to 5 health because she was at 10 previously. And then they both attack for 5 + 3, dead. And then we reshuffle the discard pile into the deck. Wow, that was a big hit. I think there's only 1 + 3 in the deck. Insane in the brain, guys. Insane. Alright, put all this stuff back into the bags. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. So we defeated everything in the engage phase. Now we can move to the explore phase. What is this? It's in my way. You're in my way. So interact and read. C18. After your daring feat, you go searching for the cultists, but they fled. In dark cells in the depths of the catacombs, you find the real monks. They've been abducted by these mysterious cultists who disguise themselves as monks of Nid to use the monastery as a base for their blasphemous plans. They are very grateful and invite you to visit them whenever you wish. In addition to thwarting the ice cult in this region, you discovered an important lead about the theft of the Snow Saga. Snow Saga. Sleeve, location card, 14. Ooh, another card. 11, 12, 14. We have unlocked Monastery. Pay 1 to gain 2 life. Wow, what do you know? Unlock adventure card 15. Oh, we unlocked an adventure, not just a side quest, but an adventure. Thief of Darkwoods. All the clues you found regarding your mentor, Shadowy Assassin, points towards the Darkwoods. If you want to avenge your mentor, you must travel to the murky forest and find the assassin's trail before it fades into the mists. I'm going to reveal point of interest F. What's that? I didn't see anything about discarding. Whatever, I'll cover up by because we don't need it anymore. And then F goes into Wildland. So go back to the Jarl to report your discoveries about the Ice Cult and your lead on the Snow Saga. Or we can go after the thief. Or we have our side quest. So we got adventures galore to do, guys. So much. I'm just slaving this into this little board here. Now I don't lose anything. Yeah, whatever. Leave that for now. I guess this replaces this? Oh shit. Opened it when I was sleeving the other card out. There we go. Now we can pay 1 to gain 2 life. I don't know what it's a starting location. I don't know what to do with it. put it over there.
How strong are you?
Very, very strong. Killing things in almost a single round of combat. Well, everyone's kind of like dying now. We got 6 life and 5 life. You each have 1. So we did the explore phase. End of round. And so either we can stay where we are, resolve an event card, and then heal by spending 1 of our hero tokens to heal 2. So everyone kind of goes up to like 7 and 8. Or we continue on to either B or F. F, we have to go tell the Jarl what we found. B is tracking the murderer of our mentor. I don't know, healing is probably a good idea because we're going to be fighting people pretty much along the way there. Yeah, so we stay and heal, then we move to B. Or we stay and heal, and move towards F. Or we don't heal and move towards F or B. And again, we can go around if we want to, or we can go and actually test. We can either, go around them, attempt to, which they might, enter our area due to the event cards. Or we can just, go to B, then go to F. Heal, I agree, man. Alright. Spend 1. 2. There you go. 7 and 8 is a lot better. So, well, I guess I gotta reveal an event first before we do that. Intelligent test 3. No one has 3 water. So this guy will just discard the positive. As is each hero that fails, and they can't even pass it, so they fail. This guy has nothing to discard though. So there you go. That happens. Then we heal. End of round. Then we go back to traveling. So do we want to find the investigate the murderer? Or go tell the Jarl, be like, yo, Jarl, we found a bunch of bad guys and cultists at the Durnvelt Monastery, and we scared them away. Those are our current options, B or F. Go for vengeance,
Or go tell people stuff.
Alright, we're gonna go tell people stuff. Alright. So we're gonna try to take the safe route. So we'll move there, and we'll flip an event card. And of course, you have visions of vicious enemy troops marching in your direction. Move all arrow enemies 1 region towards the closest hero. So the draggers have that arrow icon there. So we tried to avoid them, but they ended up coming at us anyways. Coming from the mountains. And then, I guess we don't necessarily engage them right away. Because usually that's will happen, because that was the engage phase, explore phase, travel phase. So if we run away, we'll take damage. So we might as well just attack them. Battle time! Here we go! Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Might as well attack them. We'll get some experience, because we only need 3 experience to level up, so. I keep forgetting to move this one up. No, I definitely need it closer. There we go. How's that? Yeah, it's better. Alright, drawing 3 from the bag. Ooh, starts out with 2 chaos. Oh, and we have no water. Oh, that's fantastic. Man, why is this ranger so bad? Well, we can activate something. The only one we activate is a defense. Well, we'll try to protect ourselves. This is what we're facing. Maybe I'll put them right there. So they have 4 life, 2 damage, plus potential for more. Interesting that the monastery did not refresh. This guy has a refresh, so he's not exhausted, so we're going to do it. And if we need to, we can unexhaust, which we're going to exhaust. Oh, well, that's a bit better. Not by much, though. That wasn't really worth it. Alright. So, takes 2 damage. That was definitely not a good call on my part to do that. Mistakes were made, everybody. Mistakes were made. We healed 2, and then I just took the 2 damage that we healed. Fantastic. Alright, drawing from the bag. 3 green. That's actually kind of good. This one character really fails, the other one seems to do really well. Oh, that's 4 tokens. And fire and water. Or fire and air. So we have 2 defense right now, 4 attack, which will kill one of them. So that's awesome. Then we'll gain 2 hero tokens. We might as well draw. Well, I might draw water. Nope, I drew 4. Why did I draw 4? Let's just try to make it fair and put them back in and redraw 3. We can't use the green, so yeah, we'll just stop there. There's 2 enemies. We're gonna kill 1 for sure. And she's exhausted. She gets 4 armor. These will go back into the bag. Alright. So she gets the +1. And then enemy attacks. +0 activates his ability. Exhaust or take +2 damage. So luckily she has 4 armor. So she can just take it. I keep forgetting to designate the target before I flip. But she was going to be the target anyways. So she can't exhaust, so she'll just take 4, blocks 4. And then the second guy will definitely attack this guy this time. For -1, that ability doesn't match, so he's only doing 1 damage, and then block it. And then she'll do 4, then gain 2 more, and 1 Draugr dies. Oh, don't do that. Put all the tokens back into the bag. And now she has enough to spend it on her action instant. 1 attack becomes fast. there. Can't believe, and then. Well, we're just gonna resume combat until it's over. There's no point of going through the breakdown of all the phases. So just round 2 of combat. So yeah, all his attacking cards he couldn't trigger. Is that 4? 3. No, that's 2. Alright. Oh, that's why. I didn't put these tokens back in there. Alright, redo. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Guess we'll go for defense. Because we have no attacking card. And draw 3. Well, we can activate quite a bit. Guess we can activate that anyways. So there we go again, trying to get one of the 2 blues or the other red to activate this. We can at least see what the attack card is, and then we gain 1 hero token. That is probably not worth it, or we can activate that and gain 1 and 1, which doesn't really do that much. Nah, it's not worth it. Play it safe this time. Don't be a dumbass like last time, Jesse. Alright, there we go. And then we'll move to Bria. Oops, that's not the right deck. Yeah, because like that's the cool thing with this game is like this would all happen simultaneously. You know, with 3 or 4 people, you'd all be drawing your tiles and stuff, your tokens out of the bag at the same time. So you wouldn't actually have to like really like take turns necessarily. So it's combat would be pretty fast. Attack. Might as well do some armor. There's only 1 dude left. I guess she doesn't really need armor. We got a fire. We're putting it there. We got one of those. We got a green. So I was hoping to activate this so we could refresh. Do we do nothing and just let him get attacked? No, let's just she can be a little risky. We'll draw 3. Look at all that fire. She'll lose 2 life, but whatever. All that fire. Those 2 didn't get activated. So that guy enemy's dead. So nothing fast. That card doesn't do anything. So then enemy will go first with a +0. So he's doing 2 damage. A block. Then 1 attack deals +2. 1 to refresh. And then dealing 5. Boom.
Guy is out of our way now.
Everyone gains XP. And then put the tokens back into the bag. and subtract 2 life from her. So she did end up taking 2 damage to kill him, but... Oops. I think it was 5. So it should have been 7, 5. Flicking the boards and pieces around. Oh no. Alright, that's fully cleaned up. We're going back to the board here.
Stop.
We did stop that time, man. We did it. It should be at 3. What, the hero token or her life? Alright, and then, let's move over, and then we'll... Do we want to refresh? Not really. So yeah, we'll just do... number F. Go back to the Isles, report your discoveries about the Ice Cult, and your lead on the Snow Saga. Read C20. Once you return to Storven, the Jarl summons you to his private quarters. You report to him all that you have discovered, and he listens in silence. We'll need to investigate more on this mysterious cult, he says, rising. Nevertheless, you did a great thing for me, and avenged the honor of Storven. From this day forth, you shall be known as the Avenger of the Wildland. Land. You bow to him and join him in his house Carl's in a banquet, which this time goes without incident. Then you remember that a grim task still awaits you. Discard point F. The hero in the party gains title card 008. The Avenger of Wildland. Following the Jarl's request, you travel to Dranvelt to investigate the origins of Nedra. There you face the fanatical Ice Cult. The mysteries surrounding the cult still remain, but in recognition of your feats of bravery and loyalty to the Jarl, you'll be known from this day onwards as the Avenger of Wildland. Gives the player +1 fire. So I'll just tuck that underneath. So I'll add that to her. Might as well give it to her because she needs a lot of fire. So give it to one player, but she needs the fire. So we'll add 1 fire token to her bag. Read C1 end. You return to Crujonti's tower, still unprepared to bid the last farewell to your old mentor. Is there supposed to be a card in there? Okay. You return to Crujonti's tower, still unprepared to bid the last farewell to your old mentor. Crujonti's body is well preserved, another sign of his great powers in life. You clean the body with perfumed oils and place it on the funeral pyre. The flames rise tall and fierce, and within the smoke you see the ghostly figure of Crujonti. He warns you with a deep voice, borne on the roaring wind.
Hear my words. It falls upon you to recover the Snow Saga. If you fail, Fimbulwinter will descend on all Trudvang.
The wind and image fades, and only the crackling flames remain. Your old mentor's time is at an end, but your adventure has just begun. This first adventure ends, but you can continue the game by selecting an adventure from the ones you have unlocked. Good luck. Well, perfect time to wrap up the stream right there. Because we gained a title. We have this adventure that we can tackle next, The Thief of Darkwoods. And we also have this side quest, The Shadow of Garm.
That we can definitely attempt next Wednesday. So yeah, I'm thinking this will be pretty much what I'll be streaming for probably quite a while. Either until I'm no longer having fun, or people just don't come. Here we go.
So yeah, post down below tips, tricks that I can probably use for next time. Oh yeah, well, when we do the next adventure, you'll start with full life and everything. So, it's a weird smell. Yeah, so that's just the first adventure amongst many, obviously. So I'll put these back before I forget. Yeah, so yeah, when you start the next adventure, kind of, yeah, you start with everything's reset, your life. Your bag also resets, and then you add any bonuses that you permanently have due to your titles. So that way the extra curse token Mailing has, he won't have. And then I'll still keep the XP. I'm pretty sure you're supposed to wipe it, but we'll keep it. Yeah, that's pretty much how you play Trudvang. I'm sure there might be a few errors here and there I made. But for the most part, it seems to be my current understanding of the game. It's kind of cool. Nice little story-driven, game that's, kind of straightforward. You're exploring, blah, blah, blah.